Hello marketers, in this video we are going to discuss about the different types of parameters that could be associated with any kind of events, like with any automatically collected events or enhanced measurement events or the custom events we create and the recommended events. All these types of events have different parameters associated with them. So now we are going to see the different types of parameters, and there are three types of parameters, that is automatically collected parameters, and then the custom parameters and the user properties. So we'll be going through each one of the parameter and then check it live in the interface. So the first one is the automatically collected parameters. So these automatically collected parameters are those which are collected by the GA4 using the artificial intelligence with the automatically collected events. The associated parameters would be like language or the page title, the page referrer, and the page location. And I'm going to show you just a live preview of this. As we are operating on our Pujanidhi website, let's preview it and see it in the debug view and find the parameters that are automatically collected by GA4. So right now, I'm in the debug mode of Pujanidhi, and now as we all know, we have a debug view in GA4. This is the debug view, and it identifies everything or all the actions that are performed on the website in the debug view. And it takes some time to be noted over here. If you can see, we have got the first page view that we have done on our website. This is the page view. So these are the parameters associated with the page view, and these parameters haven't been sent by us, but these are automatically collected by Google Analytics, and these are the automatically collected parameters. So like the page location, this is the page location, and then we have the page referrer. Here the page referrer is tag assistant as we are in the debug mode, and then we have the page title and also the source from where I have visited and made this page view. So these are all the parameters that are associated with this automatic page view event. And it also has the session ID, the session number, and also mentions whether it's in the debug mode. It means one, so I'm in the debug mode, and also it has some user properties related to that page view. So these are the parameters that are automatically collected and in GA4. So we can have all the list of collector parameters here in the debug view, and later on we can have it in the event section. We have all the events collected here, and also in the engagement events section. So here you can know have a clear idea about all the events and the collected parameters and everything over here. If you can see, this is the page view that's being registered, and you can see the event count and the number of users and the event count per user, that is the number of events on an average that is registered for a particular user, and also the event value. As we are aware, we always send an event value along with any event that we pass to analytics, so that we can have a clear idea of the ROI that we get by the users performing this particular event. And see here, we have the referral, this is the parameter, and we can select here the page location parameter. Then we have the page location and the count of those parameters. So all this, and you can also view this in the real-time reports when the users are actually on the site, or the user behavior or the user events performed by the users who are actually at present or at the moment on our site. So I'm the user on the site right now, and then I have been come directly, and also, and this is the page I'm viewing. This is the page title, and these are the events that I have generated in this visit to the website. There is a page view and a session has started for me, and there's a user engagement. These are all the events that are automatically tagged, and each event has parameters associated with that. So this can be viewed in the real time, and also, and the parameters here has updated. See, with the page view we have the all these parameters. So this all data can be seen in the real time data, and further after a few hours then it would be updated into the engagement event section. Okay, and then next coming to the custom parameters. Custom parameters are the parameters that we define and we associate with event and send to Google Analytics. So there are two types of custom parameters. There are text parameters and number parameters. So text parameters is nothing but the value of the parameter would be text or a string. While the number parameters is the value of the parameters would be number and they would be used to measure something like the count or a sum or the revenue. Such kind of parameters can be sent using the number parameters. But no one point, these custom parameters or the text or the number parameters can be used in the GA4 reports only once we register them as custom dimensions for text parameters, and these number parameters must be registered as custom metrics. So we'll have a deep view regarding these and how to convert these text parameters as custom dimensions and number parameters as custom metrics once we get into the custom dimensions and custom metrics section. Before that, we should have a clear idea of the dimensions and the metrics to how the actual dimensions and metrics that are available in GA4 work and their functionality. So later on, we're going to do this, and in the next video, we're also going to implement one event with a text parameter so that we can have an idea of how this data is being collected. And then we have the another kind of parameter called the user properties. User properties are nothing but they are similar to the GA3 user scope custom dimensions that we create in GA3 for characterizing the user with that particular dimension. So these dimensions or the user properties describe the attributes of the user. It describes the attributes of us, which means we are the users. So all the attributes or to recognize the user who perform a particular event, they can be categorized under this user property. And these user properties are predefined and custom. So these are the two types of user properties, and the predefined are automatically collected by GA4, and they are the age, gender, currency, or the country. So that is attributes to a user. So just for example, consider I have been visiting the site from a country, India. So then I would be categorized under the user property called country, and my value would be India. And like that, we can also create the custom user properties so that we can register a particular characteristic to the users who perform a particular event. And these parameters can be attached to the event. So these user properties, those are automatically collected, can be seen over here. This is in the debug view. So these are the user parameters with this element, and the user properties would be the age and the other country or the something like the country and also the gender and everything. So all the details related to this would be available in the demographics report, and you can see it in the demographic details. So you can categorize your users by country and also by or a device or an age. So this could be done by Google Analytics just by collecting this property automatically for the users who perform some actions. So this country, if you can see here, here we can add the device, or we can categorize the user by its age, city, gender, language, region. These are all the user properties that are automatically collected. So if we want to use other user properties that we customizedly categorize our users under, then we need to send those user properties along with event we send to the GA. Then we can categorize users according to our customized user property that we have created. So this is the most advantage of the user properties that are created, customized for our users. So it's very important to send the parameters along with the event in order to add more meaning to the event and also help analyze the events much efficiently. So in the next video, we are going to implement and send some events to Google Analytics, and also associated with that, we also send some parameters. It may be custom or user properties or some text parameters These parameters will be associated with the events we create and send it to GFO and then analyze it in the events report. Over here in the events report or in the analyze it through debug view or in the real-time issues. In the real-time reports, we have the events that are being registered at that moment of time. So we can analyze our events and also over here. So we are going to do all that in the next video.